Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Fire escape inspection. Here we are doing an inspection. It's connecting balconies. Pre-existing, non-conforming fire escape. This fire escape must be 100% painted, 100% rust-free, and 100% rebolted. First, I'm going to talk about the paint. It needs to be scraped down and painted. The bolt still has the original hardware, as you can see there. All original hardware needs to be replaced because due to the rust, it has internal rust, that connection. So those 2 bolts needs to be replaced for new ones and clean the rust inside and put it back together with new bolts. The grating needs to be scraped down and painted. All the grating, as you can see, and it needs to support over here to support that end of the grating, because if somebody comes here to step on this side, that the whole floor is gonna lift up and move everything. All the original hardware that needs to be replaced because it has internal rust. They need to be cleaned down and primed and paint. The bases, the barrels and the walls, you can see there's a lot of spalling, and it needs to be dig out and repatch it with cement. Same on that over there. As you can see, that's pulling out and needs to be restored. All the grating that needs to be restored. Scrape it down and paint. All the rail connections, as you can see, the original hardware still on from they're about 15 to 75 years old. This fire escape probably is older than 1978. We presume to have leads, so whoever do the work on this fire escape must have renovator's license and go by the rules to renovate, restore this fire escape. All this is routine maintenance. Routine maintenance, and here in the walls needs spalling. And the spaces on the grating is still open. They need to be tied and sealed with silicone. Fire escape inspection. This is video number 2. This is a connecting balcony on the left side. As you can see, this is 100% painted. It's got more paint than rust. As you can see, it's all rust free. This one will pass because code says it has to be 100% painted, 100% rebolted, and 100% rust free. So the bolts in the walls, you can see, they're nice and rust free. The railings are 100% painted and rust free. The grating, all the space is still good. On this one, the grating is still good. All the connections are rust free. As required, this little balcony pass inspection this time. Fire escape inspection in Boston, Concord Square. This is a connecting balcony that is connecting from one window to the other building. As you can see here, this has a few issues that needs to be restored. Some of the spaces on the grating, they need to be restored. As you can see here, one of the pieces are missing. Same in the corner over there, this space is missing. all the bolts are original, still original hardware. They need to be replaced because of the internal rust inside. It needs to be cleaned down and put it back with new bolts. That they're still original hardware from 50 to 75 years old. They need to be replaced because of the rust. It has internal rust. It needs to be restored. The best way to clean that is break that bolt, pull the connection out, clean all the rust, put it back with a new bolt. Same thing with the railings, and most of it, the paint, it has to have more paint than rust, so that has to be scratched down and paint. And any fire escape older than 1970 is presumed to have lived. So any vendor who does the work, you gotta have a renovator's license and go by the EPA rules. There's a bolt missing on the corner, the tie back to the walls. You can see the leg bolt start pulling out, so that needs to be restored. Fire escape inspection in Boston, Conquer Square. This is the spiral starting from the ground, going to the second floor. As you can see here, this spiral is it needs to be scraped and painted. It needs a little bit of rust. Some of them start going out. It needs to be restored. That one too, as you can see, the rust, all the paint is chipping out. It needs to be scraped down and paint. That one, the same thing. Just it needs a spot repair on this. You can see there that started letting go. This is all spiral. This is going to the deck. It's a wooden deck, as you can see. There are bolts in the wall. This one too, that needs to be restored. This is the wooden deck to the second floor. That's a deck code, no fire escape code. There needs to be 2-inch thick, what they call fire rated, because this is part of the fire escape. As you can see, it's the wooden deck with metal railings. And that's the connecting balconies from this point. This to the right, 2 connecting balconies, and this is a pre-existing lawfully non-conforming fire escape. So it needs to be scraped and painted, replace all the bolts, and it has cement issues that need to be restored. As you can see there, all the cement. As you can see there, it needs to be restored. It has grating issues, it has railing issues, and the braces. There's all minor repair on this. No bigger issues. The biggest issue is here. The deck is all deck code, no fire escape code. Fire escape inspection in Conquer Square, Boston. This is a balcony in the front. As you can see, it's only one connecting balcony in the front, and to be able to pass for the next 5 years needs to be 100% painted, 100% rust-free, 100% rebolted. This connecting balcony needs to be scraped down and painted. The floor, it has spaces issues, and the braces coming down with the supports all the way. It has this folding. You see the connection in the wall that needs to be cleaned down and repatched with cement, and rebolt the connections. As you can see, clean all the connections and paint it. Okay.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.